This segment of the CU podcast is sponsored by NordVPN. It's what I use to keep myself safe online, and you can too. If you care about the security and safety of your online presence, take control of your experience today with NordVPN. I've used NordVPN, Ian, when accessing public Wi-Fi, when I've traveled, gone to conventions, at a cafe or diner, or just when I want internet privacy. And now you can step up your cybersecurity with threat protection, the latest feature from NordVPN. When you turn threat protection on, it protects you from malicious sites, downloads, trackers, and intrusive ads. Threat protection is constantly on the lookout, even if you're not connected to a VPN.
And of course, there's the regular benefits from using NordVPN as well. You get secure internet. With NordVPN, all of your internet data stays safe behind a wall of next-generation encryption. There's a strict no-logs policy. They don't track, collect, or share your private data. You can protect your data non-stop. The kill switch will make sure your data will not be exposed, not even for a brief moment. And you can mask your IP. Keep your browsing to yourself. VPN servers are everywhere. Choose from 5,400 plus servers in 59 countries. Enjoy the internet with no limits or borders. And P2P is welcome here. Share large files with no hassle thanks to hundreds of secure P2P servers. You get worldwide access. You can enjoy instant secure access to hundreds of streaming websites worldwide. One account lets you connect up to 6 devices. Secure them all in any combination. And use with ease. It's just a click. Using NordVPN is as simple and intuitive as making your morning coffee.
Take control of your internet experience today with NordVPN. Right now, you can get a 2-year plan at a huge discount, plus 1 additional month for free when you go to nordvpn.com/CU podcast. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. That's nordvpn.com/CU podcast, or click the link in the description below. We got voicemails, Ian.
Voicemails.
Anchor.fm/CU podcast.
Might have to do fewer this week.
You
most.
go, you leave voicemails, you have fun, and yeah.
Pat and Ian, this is David calling from the San Gabriel Valley. I'm just calling to ask if you've all ever had an experience of a parent coming into the room after hearing what's coming out of the TV screen when you're playing a console game.
Scared me.
For me, this has been when playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 when I was younger, and the Vandals song came on during the game, which has the lyric, "I am the ambassador of the kick your asseter," and my parents coming in and telling, "What the hell are you playing?" So yeah, any experiences like that would be great to hear about. Love the show. Keep it going. Peace.
Nothing like that or with music, but I do remember one time when I got my Dreamcast, my dad was, playing bass in the basement, and I grabbed the Dreamcast and I pulled it upstairs and hooked it up to the TV on a smaller, like 27-inch, tube TV. And my buddy and I were playing, and at one point we put it down and got something and came back up. Anyways, my dad walks upstairs and walks by and glances at the TV and just keeps walking. And then, turns around, walks by and goes, "Wait a second, what the fuck is football doing on right now?" Because it was out of football season. And I just remember that moment, on a tube TV with the graphics just right and you squint at them. We're finally at the point where video games are getting to the point where they're fairly realistic.
What are you playing here? I have 0 stories about that. I didn't play anything that would have been weird. I don't think.
Hi, I'm Manny from Windsor, Canada. What's your opinion on Instagram raffle pages? Are they considered scumbag sellers, or am I just tripping over nothing? Currently, it's a big problem in my city. So what they're doing is going to retailers all over the city and buying all their expensive and hard-to-acquire stocks, such as PS5s, shoes, Switch OLEDs, whatever is valuable, and selling them through a raffle on Instagram. So say they buy a $500 Switch in Canada and sell 20 tickets for $50. That gives them $500 in untaxed profits for doing absolutely nothing but being scumbags.
It's illegal.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had a reason to bring it up lately, but years ago, there was many times where we were on record this is dog shit, because at the time, the Game Wheel stuff on Facebook was super, super popular. It's flat out illegal.
It's gambling. It's illegal.
I don't know what the rules are in Canada, but in the U.S. at least, that is flat out illegal.
I guarantee it's illegal. It's it's bad. What are you gonna say?
Hello, gentlemen. It's Daryl from Buffalo again.
Hi, Daryl.
A lot of us around here who lived up here in Buffalo went to a flea market called the Walden Ave Flea Market. To put it mildly, it was a little rough around the edges. Ian, I have a question for you. Did you have any crazy stories from there at all? From way back in the day at all?
I mean, not really. I mean, you always saw like fun people there. I mean, it really was
Fun people.
It was the salt of the earth, this flea market.
Gotcha.
And I'm not saying this, to talk down. I'm saying this is why I used to go to the flea market, because when I was growing up, my parents didn't have money. Like, you went to flea markets these days are thought of as places, I guess, sometimes where you buy like tchotchke and stuff, and you can find your old video games and whatnot, and it's like a big garage sale. But people would go to flea markets to buy shit that they needed too.
Yeah, sure.
Like, it was a cheaper way to
Household
do
items.
it. So you get, you get all sorts of people there. So no, I don't really have any stories. What I wanted to bring up though was that this is a great question, because I just got someone who tweeted at me, Queen City Vintage announces the return of the Super Flea 8 years after the popular flea market shut down.
That's in Buffalo?
Yeah. The Super Flea was the big one. And I would have to look into this, but Queen City Vintage on Hurdle Avenue is bringing back it looks like the original Super Flea market. So that's very cool.
I picture Super Flea. I picture the guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers just all hulked out.
Well, you can picture this guy instead, the actual Super Flea.
Okay, I want that. If you're from Buffalo, that should be a T-shirt.
I would buy that T-shirt in a heartbeat if someone made it.
Come on, Ian. None of my flea markets had a logo.
Oh yeah, no, the Super Flea had a mascot.
That's awesome.
Hey, Pat and Ian, this is Andrew from Buffalo, longtime fan. So my question for you guys is, you've done tons of videos on the whole graded gaming thing and how many of these games are going for a ton of money. That Super Mario that went for over $2 million last year. So my question is, when and if the bubble bursts on this and these things start dropping in value like a stone, how much do you think something like that would be worth? You think it'll be, a couple $1,000s, or, they'll hold on to some value because the people won't want to let it go, so they'll maybe be worth, 100,000, something like that? And do you think your like average Joe who's grading some of their video games might just say screw it and crack them open and start playing them again?
Well, I don't think that's going to happen. You're not going to be people cracking over these sealed games. There's no reason to do that.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not like it's the only copy.
Yeah,
they can just go get something else.
And they're still valuable. I think it's going to come down to who are the people that were collecting games before these people got into it. Like who's the people that actually care about collecting games, not these people that are speculators. They're always going to be around. There's going to be less of us as we potentially die out or get older, age out of it. But like, who was collecting NES games, 10 years ago, 5 years ago? What do they think about the value? It's going to come back to some. I'm not going to say it's going to back to how it was before while I get into it, but those prices can only be propped up by greater fool theory. That's the only thing. You got to find someone else to keep it going up. It's a bubble. That's the definition of a bubble. And there's not enough copies of some of these games. There's too many in some aspects, not enough in others. So there's plenty of Mario 64s that are sealed that can satiate. There may not be for some other ones, but then either people are priced out. It's going to take a while. That's the thing. The problem is since a lot of people are connected to each other, and even a lot of the buyers know each other, they're going to have a concerted effort to keep these prices high in the public eye.
Yes,
because they have so much money put into this to prop this up. Their gambit is they find enough money, like the $2 million sale, like the $1.5 million Mario 64. They cashed out. The early ones cashed out. The people that are left in have to keep it high, or else they're stuck holding the bag. That's with most collectibles, but definitely for this because it's been such an unnatural rise.
Sure.
In only a few years. They're the ones. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I do like 2 or 3 more here.
When going to conventions looking to buy, generally, do you think you have better odds of getting deals if you show up as soon as the doors open versus waiting to the end when people are packing up and a little more desperate to get rid of stuff? Also, does it depend on the type of merchandise?
Yes.
Loose cartridges are easy to pack up and take back home versus some bigger, more fragile items like loose toys where the vendor might prefer not to even bother to take it home.
Good question.
It's not even for shipping or transportation reasons. I just think there are definitely certain things that you're more likely to be able to get a deal on because of the overall desire or demand for them. I would say this honestly: if you're looking for something really good, and it's priced accurately or priced reasonably, like something really popular, something expensive. What I would say is if you want it, you buy it when you walk into the convention, because what I've seen, at least with the most recent convention, is by the time we got to midway through the day Sunday
On SoCal?
most of the good stuff was gone. There was stuff you could get deals on. There was a lot of, middle of the road stuff, but a lot of the showpiece stuff was gone. The higher priced games, the more expensive Saturn stuff, all of the AES stuff was gone. So
was it? Okay.
All of the PC Engine stuff was gone. So at least the desirable stuff. So it really depends on whether or not what you're looking for is also something that a lot of other people are going to be looking for. If you're looking for
weird shit,
if you're looking for supercars on the NES,
you always go back to supercars.
Yeah, you can probably wait until Sunday.
You're looking for weird shit in general. There's one thing I forgot to buy now that now I'm pissed because you reminded me. Someone had a honeybee converter in the package for $60.
I used to have one of those. I wish I
have one, but not in the package. I wanted the cheap package. It was $60. And I said to myself, Ian, no one else is going to want that besides me in the package for $60. I'm going to come back and offer him like $30 on Sunday, and he'll probably give me the deal. And I forgot about it on Sunday. God damn it! So that's the sort of stuff where you get. It's really like, that not many people want that item, so you can wait until Sunday. But like I said, if it's a popular game, you can't wait. But if it's something like a tchotchke or a toy or something weird, who doesn't love the honeybee converter?
And if you see something priced like reasonable, don't wait.
Yeah.
I mean, these days, honestly, finding stuff that's priced as it should be at a convention, you're doing pretty good there. I mean,
so I sold some of my weird box Atari stuff on Sunday. Remember, I had the Telegames in the box, and I almost felt like I should have kept that one because I like the box. It was like old school, and I sold like the Vader Atari. I sold for like $60 or whatever. They got a little bit of a deal on that, but a little bit of a deal. Got cash, So you wait till Sunday. I'm not saying on purpose, but it does work out. I do like one or two more.
Hi, Pat and Ian. My name is Harrison from Somerville, Massachusetts. My question is for both of you. As former East Coasters, I'd like to know what you think the West Coast does better than the East Coast, and what you miss most about the East Coast now that you live on the West Coast. Thank you so much for the podcast. I look forward to listening to your answer.
The West Coast does being sneaky backstabbing bitches really well, and the East Coast does nothing wrong.
You talking about passive-aggressive people? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not. I'm looking at you for your response.
At least passive-aggressive.
I'm looking at you for your response. You don't
like the personality of some of the people out here? They're nicer though. They're not.
The stereotype does hold true a lot of times. People from the East Coast are going to be shorter, more direct, probably a bit more confrontational.
Shorter in conversation, not height.
But you are definitely going to know
where you stand
with people. Yeah. I mean, I've lived out here for 16 years, and the thing that I hate is this West Coast obsession with putting on this everything's all chill and vibes front when it's not, because it always feels like there's tension boiling underneath every interaction on the West Coast. And over my years living here, I've found the friends that are not like that. I worked for a business that was not like that, but there is a lot I don't like about that West Coast mentality.
I finally discovered why Ian puts up with me, because I am not that.
No. If we need to get shit off our chests, we do, and then we talk the next day, and it's that. I cannot deal with that simmering bullshit.
Yeah, it's chill, it's cool.
No, it's not.
Kind of has a hippie mentality that we all hate as well.
Fuck them.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're an asshole. It's like, why don't you tell me how you really feel? We do Mexican food better in California for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Come on, Ian.
Well,
East Coast.
And I want to be really specific, though. San Diego, and lots of people in California will even say that. It's California. If
Southern Cal in general,
California compared to the rest of the world has great Mexican. But if you really want it, it's San Diego Mexican food that people talk about.
Even more so than LA.
Oh, way more.
I never had LA.
Way more so than LA. Okay. And I'll fight that. I've had LA. Anyway.
We don't have a San Diego song besides Jack in it on South Park.
San Diego Superchargers, the original San Diego Chargers song where they're roller skating around.
I never heard that.
It's awful.
What was I going to say? So what's what we miss? I miss diners. I would say, I miss diners. We can get pork roll here, and I miss. We're fasting, guys, rumbling. I miss autumn. Fall is my favorite season. We don't have one.
I miss seasons.
You can find some trees here and there some blocks but leaves all over the place, beautiful leaves on the ground, and
it's funny because
sweatshirts and jean weather.
I like the life I have created for myself here, but I do not like the weather in San Diego, and I do not like the general disposition of people on the West Coast.
It's funny because we have the most perfect weather in the U.S.
And I hate it. It's boring.
You don't like 67 degrees most of the year.
Boring as shit. So boring.
So boring, not freezing to death or sweltering. What else do we do good here or better here? We do good here. We do well here. Best zoo. Maybe the best zoo in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
Because
it's always a world-class rated zoo.
I feel bad for the little critters at the Bronx Zoo getting cold in the winter. They're like shivering potentially. I know that they can't take care of them, but you know what I mean? Like, we have the perfect weather for animals here. We do.
Yeah.
You might like
it's
it.
perfect for what animals?
You don't want no copy freezing in the winter.
No.
Cute little copies, giraffe type things.
All right, can we check in with someone?
We're gonna check in with someone. Well, he grabs his list, books in his list here.
Hey, it's Tommy. I'm still having a quiet period right now, but I'm really whispering because I'm hiding out at my cousin Tony's place. He lives in a studio apartment, so I gotta deal with him snoring all night, but he says I say all kinds of crazy shit in my sleep, so I guess we're even. Like last night, he insisted that I was dreaming about the Little Mermaid, and I was not. But anyway, I heard Amazon Canada was canceling pre-orders for the Amico, but listen, that's Canada. They're like really weird up there. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to spread anti-Canadian hate, okay? There's enough of that in my community, and you know, I love that superhero Captain Canada. He was on a team with Captain Newfoundland back in the 80s. That guy was some kind of alien, so, you know, God only knows what's going on up there, but it's none of my business. Hey, does this count as ASMR? Like, is this turning anybody on? Because, you know, if it can put some money back into a television, boo, just hit me up. HMU.
That was creepy.
Yeah, that was very creepy.
Great. There you go. Tommy can be an ASMR YouTuber or Twitch channel. They are things.
Yep, they are.
There's people that are licking ears and giving oral satisfaction to objects, and it's ASMR on Twitch. It happens. It somehow skirts by the rules, I guess, but it happens.
Yeah,
we can look forward to that. Tommy's sucking on earlobe mics. They sell ear-shaped microphones.
Yep, I sure do.
I don't know how that started, but that's an actual thing.